Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. Charlie, I mean, we didn't expect to get anything out of this, but we were at least hoping for a point. I mean, me and you both predicted a 1-1 draw. We just got let down again. The players just no backbone, no character. I don't know what Potter needs to do to get the best out of these boys, because he's changing formation, and here we are, we've come up short again.
Mate, we say this every time. We're like, oh, we're surprised this has happened. Why are we surprised when we got the same problems over and over again that just aren't being dealt with? You know, I feel a little bit sorry for Potter. Yes, he can improve. Yes, he can do things different. Yes, you know, we have to get results. But look what's on the pitch. It's so shit. João Felix tonight literally landed in the country yesterday. Starts today. He's our best player on the pitch by miles. As soon as he put some quality on the pitch, suddenly we actually look a bit better. We created some chances and we looked half decent going forward, which never ever happened. So that just goes to show how bad we are and how little quality there is on the pitch, that a guy that just gets here yesterday is already our best attacker. Not even close. So that he was the only positive, but then that was ruined because he got sent off and now we're missing him for the next 3 games to then compound fucking Zakaria being injured as well, and he's going to be out for a while. So yeah, I mean, everything that could possibly go wrong is going wrong this season, and Potter's going to come in for more pelters again, and some of it rightfully so. But I mean, how can you look at that and just think that it's all his fault? The quality on the pitch is so bad. We go with a back 5 tonight, you know, to try and not lose this game. Look a little more defensively solid. It's 2023 and we're still playing Aspilicueta at fucking right wing back. That is criminal. That cannot be allowed to happen. And again, that goes back to poor decision making in the summer. Whose idea was it to offer him a new 2-year contract, which meant we didn't go and get a right back? Thanks for your service, but you should have fucked off in the summer, and we should have gone and bought someone else, so we're not in this situation that we're struggling on that right wing back slot. And teams are targeting him every time. Grealish at Stamford Bridge said last week, you know, that Pep told him to go on and target Aspie. He's a weak link, and that's from poor decision making, and we have to go and do something in the window to address that. But at the end of the day, mate, we're just shit, and it's as simple as that, you know. It's the same thing over and over again. We could have run this same conversation back after the last 3, 4, 5 games, because it's the same thing that is causing the issues.
Charlie, mate, you got it all out in one big go. But do you know what? There's not really any positives to take from this. Obviously, Koulibaly got his goal, but he was shocking, let's be honest. João Felix, I mean, the decision-making from that. I know he's just come into the league, but you don't state your presence physically by going two-footed into a challenge like that.
No, it's poor from him, and actually he had a really good game today. I think he probably should have scored. He had 2 or 3, maybe 4 half-decent chances that, you know, he probably should have got a goal from it, but he was the only positive on the pitch today. There was absolutely nothing else that was positive. And, you know, yes, Koulibaly scored, but I think there's serious grounds to have a conversation about him. Like, what is he offering to this team at the moment, you know? Yes, he's been a great defender, and, you know, we were excited when he came in, but fuck me, he's been awful this season. He's been so bad. Like, you look, people go, I don't want to keep going on and banging on about recruitment, but you know, all we've done is replaced Rudiger with Koulibaly, and the downgrade has been fucking unbelievable. It's so much worse than Rudiger.
There's more to it as well. There's more to it than that. There's Alonso as well. We've got Cucurella instead of him. That looks like a downgrade. Fofana's on the injury table instead of Christensen. Yeah. I mean, the list is just endless in terms of how bad we have become. And I feel really bad for Potter again. I say it. I mean, we're chanting Abramovich. We're chanting about Tuchel. I want to chant because I love Tuchel and I loved Abramovich, but we're not going to get them back.
But they can't do it. I understand fans are frustrated and they're pining for the past and the glory times. That Chelsea don't exist anymore. This is a new Chelsea now. Not only are we shit, but this is new ownership, new direction, and we've got to stop doing it. And I understand why the fans are doing it. It's frustration, but we've got to stop doing it. Like, you know, you want to join in, but I just can't. You know, it's not helpful to the situation that's going on now. It's not helpful to Potter. What can Potter do? You know, he's got fans chanting for the previous regime. He's got an injury list fucking a mile long. We had Dennis Zakaria to that as well now. He's going to be out for the foreseeable future. New signing that comes in, out for the next 3 games. Like, nothing is going his way at all. He's trying so many different things. He's tried back 4, he's tried back 5. He's tried the youngsters, he's tried the senior players. what more can we possibly try to actually try and get any results on this football pitch? Like, what can we actually do?
Well, that's the magic question, isn't it? I mean, you're either saying to yourself, my God, these players are absolutely toss. And there's a real argument for that, considering half of our squad's injured. Or you say to yourself, well, Potter's obviously not good enough. He's trying everything and he's still not getting the best out of him. Is there something he's missing, something that he's not doing in training, something we're working on? I mean, the list of questions is just endless, and we can't seem to find any answers on the pitch.
Mate, there are no fucking answers. We haven't got the answers to the questions. You know, there's so many questions, and we don't have the answers to them. You know, we like spending money. We have to go and spend money, but you know, I don't know what we can possibly do. Yeah, we've got to spend money in the window. We've got to bring more quality in, but who says that's going to make any difference either? You know, we've got to go and get some midfielders. We've got to go and get a right back. We ideally maybe add some more quality to the attack, but is that going to make a difference? I don't actually know, because at the moment, whatever we're doing, we just cannot get any results on the pitch, and it's a fucking disaster. And by the way, at the end as well, Havertz, Cucurella and Ziyech are a fucking disgrace to just walk straight down that tunnel without applauding the fans. Times are really tough right now. We're fucking shit. The least you can do is come over to the fans that travel week in, week out and support you up and down the country. Show your appreciation, you know. Come on, it's fucking unbelievably disgraceful from them. You can't do that.
What positives can we take?
João Felix, that was it. Literally João Felix. As I said, sprinkle a bit of quality onto the pitch, and suddenly we looked a little bit like a slightly cohesive attacking unit. He was the only plus. Other than that, the only positive is that we didn't lose by more than one goal. You know, we're even goal difference now. We've conceded the same amount of goals as we've scored. It's tough times, mate. I try to be positive, but there really isn't very much to be positive about at all. Even new signings coming through the door in Felix, that positivity's been burst now. He's sent off and he's banned for the next 3 games. So now what have we got? No Felix, no Pulisic, no Sterling. We've got a shit Ziyech, a shit Havertz. You know, what are we going to do? It's dark times, mate. It's really fucking hard right now, and I don't know where we go from here. Like, changing the manager's not the answer. I'll die on the Graham Potter hill defending him, because this is not his fault, and we've got to get more quality in. So yeah, I don't know what we can do, but yeah, we move to Palace on Sunday, and hopefully we can maybe pick some points up, because at the moment we could be heading towards a relegation battle.
Well, you know what? We're not going to finish the interview. We're going to walk down and move the camera. So let's just move the camera. Let's keep recording. We're going to keep recording. Have you stopped recording, Callum?
No, it's still going.
It's still going. All right, thank good. All right, keep recording. We're going to continue this as we go. We're going to walk and talk, Charlie, because you know what, we can say what we want about the stewards. They're just doing their job.
Yeah.
But fuck me, I mean, this is painful. You see what we have to go through on these fan cams, guys. It's not easy. I'll be honest with you. But we're just going to go to the other side, Callum. Just over here. Right. Go on the other side. Go over here. That side. Right. Do you want to put the? It will do it like this. I'm happy with this. Yeah, I'm happy. Right. You know, there's not much more to say, but I am going to ask another question. You spoke about the new Chelsea. What is the new Chelsea? What does that look like? Let's try and look past what we've seen today and also reflect on what we have seen. What can you see the Todd Boehly era and the Graham Potter era being like?
Well, I mean, ideally it was going to be successful, winning a few games.
Long term, obviously.
Long term. I think you can see long term what the idea is. You know, signing some of the best youngsters up from Europe and around the world, and then build a squad, majority of players under the age of 25, and then hopefully they have their peak years here, and it can kind of be a success, and we end up with some sort of like super team. But right now it couldn't be any further from that. Half these youngsters aren't ready to play for this team yet. The senior players aren't good enough. Ultimately, mate, we just lack quality. There seems to be no direction. The recruitment thing is two-pronged. It's the youth recruitment seems to be going pretty well, but the recruitment for the first team, I don't understand it. I don't know what the plan is for it. What's the idea? Because summer we're all really excited about it. Sterling, Cucurella, Koulibaly, Aubameyang and whatnot, and Fofana. Fofana obviously has been injured, so it's not his fault. But he's not been any better. Christensen, that's no better right now because he's not been available to play. Koulibaly's been nowhere near as good as Rudiger. We replaced Sterling and Aubameyang. Sterling and Lukaku with Aubameyang and Werner. Sterling's been no better than Werner. I don't even care what anyone says. Sterling's been no better than Werner this season, mate. I promise you. And Aubameyang is probably worse than Lukaku. So actually, when you look at it, and okay, we've added some depth with Cucurella, but he's not been great either. Actually, you look at that summer recruitment, we're arguably worse. than what we were the season before, because the drop off in quality and what the performance from the players has been.
We're obviously worse. I mean, look at the table.
Yeah, we are, mate. We're 10th. We're 10th, mate. We're 10th. This is like, we are worse. And players like Havertz, shit, we've said it time and time again, he has to be moved on. He has to go. Ziyech needs to go. I mean, so many players need to leave, and we're going to have to spend money, bring quality in, whether it's Caicedo, whether it's Lavia from Southampton, whether we make a move for Marcus Thuram. Like, bringing more players in, all right, it's going to help, and we need to do it, but I don't know if it's going to make any difference this season, because it's not long to go. It's not very long. It's like, what, 4 or 5 months to the end of the season now. How much of an impact can any new players really make? And we're in deep in the trenches right now, and we're just going to have to hope for some sort of miracles, because I honestly don't know where any points are coming from at the moment, and we're just sliding further and further down the table.